Hi, Suneetha. Good morning.
Hi Manjusha, good morning. So Manjusha, as you know, I'm Suneetha, and now I'm going to present you like about a substitution variable. Can I start?
Yeah, you can.
So this is the one I have prepared presentation about substitution variable. So let me explain you about what is substitution variable exactly. So these substitution variables act as a global placeholder for the information which changes
Suneetha,
regularly.
share your screen and show me. I didn't see
Oh,
your.
sorry. Can you see my screen, Manjusha?
Yeah.
So, uh, I'll start from starting. So first, I'll let you explain about what is substitution variable. So substitution variables act as a global placeholder for information which changes regularly. And coming to next slide, here substitution variable, where we use this substitution variable in our FCCS application. So as you can see here, we can use the substitution variable in the data forms, runtime prompt, business rules, as well as smart view. So I'll explain you how to use substitution variable in these four options one by one. And first come to data forms. So here I come up with two use cases, Manjusha. First use case is like how to create a substitution variable per month. So here you can see use case one, consider a user runs consolidation monthly. Example, user wants to update the variable every month. Consider June for this use case. So I'll go to the application and I'll show you in the navigation how to create this substitution variable. So I'm going to click on the application. Uh, to navigate this substitution variable, we have to go to the navigator, and under tools, we have to click on variables. So once we click on variables, you can see here user variables and substitution variable. So we have to click on substitution variable. So these all, you can see these all are the predefined substitution variable which are defined by system. And if we want to create a new substitution variable, we can click on this plus icon. So I'm going to click on this plus icon, and here I'm going to create month substitution variable. Just here we can select either all cubes or console arrays. So I'm going to give only all cubes. And so for this name, I'm giving current period. As I'm going to create period substitution variable for period, I'm giving this name. And as per use case one, I'm going to give value as the June. So once we have given these details, we have to simply click on the save. So this record has been saved successfully. And going back to presentation, and is here I completed this use case one. And coming to use case two, we have to create substitution variable for year. Like user wants to update the variable every year, consider FY20 for this use case. So I'm going to create a substitution variable for this year FY20. Again, we have to follow same process. We have to click on plus icon, and we have to give name as current year. I'm giving, we can give any name here. So I'm giving current year, as we are creating substitution variable per year. And per you, as per use case, I'm giving FY20. So just, and then click on the save button. So records has been successfully saved. So I have completed with this slide 3. So use case 1 and use case 2, and I have created two substitution variable. And going to the next slide, here I come up with the two use cases, Manjusha. Use case 1 is use counts dimension in rows. So what this comes under, like how to use substitution variable in data forms. So as in the second slide, so we can use data forms. We can use substitution variable in data forms RTP, BR, and Smart View, right? So first use case, first I'm taking data forms, how to use the substitution variable in data forms. For that, I'm going to click on this fourth slide. So like here we have two use cases. Use case one is use accounts dimension in rows, use substitution variable of year and period dimension in column, and choose generation to members of every other dimensions. Then preview data form with this use case. So for this, I have already created one form in my application. And here, coming to generation 2, what is generation 2 member? Like we have three methods to call these members. One is a parent to child, and the second one is generation, and one more thing, level 0. So for I'll show you in the application what are those methods. So to navigate forms, I have to click on navigation, and under create and manage, we have to click on forms. So under library, I have created one folder for forms which I have created. Here I have created one form. This is the form for name is form for subvariables. To open this, we have to select the form, and we have to click on edit and go to layout. This is the one I have created already. And so like I'll let you know what is generation 2 members. So suppose if I'll go with another dimension member, as actual scenario is only one member. So here this currency comes under generation 1 Manjusha, and this input currencies, reporting currencies, all these are comes under generation 2. So in the use case, as per use case 1, so what they said, we have to choose generation 2 members for every other dimensions. So as per this requirement, I have created this form, and I have chosen generation 2 members in every dimension. And one more thing, this is about use case 1. And like I have taken account dimension in row. So you can see here, I have taken 2 rows. This is account dimension. So you can see here, you can click on edit, and so this is account dimension. I have taken total assets. This is generation 2 member with the including ID sentence. I have taken this, and I have created this form. And also in the column, I have taken year and period. So this is the form I have created. And coming to use case 2. And before you're going to use case 2, just I have to preview the data form. You can see here. So we can review the form. So you can see here, this is the form I have created. And next, coming to the use case 2. Hard code the year and period dimension in another column along with the use case 1 to explain the difference between the hard coded members and substitution variables. So in use case 1, I forgot to tell you, I have, as I created the form, I have taken hard coded one. What is the hard coded members means? These are the hard coded members. What are like I have given here directly FY22 and month March. So these are the hard coded members. But so in the use case 1, what they said, we have to use substitution variables in these columns. So instead of taking these hard code members, I'm giving substitution variable which I have created recently. So to give substitution variable, we have to go to variables. Under this, we have to click on substitution variable. And as this is the year dimension, we have to give the substitution variable for year which we have created for year dimension. This is the one I have created. So just we have to select that, and we have to click on add. And I'm going to remove this one. So we have to click on OK. And coming to same thing, same procedure we have to follow for period also. and go to variables and click on substitution variable, and then we have to choose current period. And one more thing, one more point we have to remember here. So if I select this current year instead of current period in the period dimension, when we preview the form, it will throw you the error. So that is what we have to make sure that we have to select this current period only, period member only. So I have chosen this period. So we have to click on OK. Then I'm going to save this form. So you can see here, I'm going to preview this form, Manjusha. So you can see, as I'm giving, I have given substitution variable FY20 and June for the month of June. Those are reflected here. So this is about substitution variable and use case 1. Coming to use case 2. Hard code, instead of substitution variable, we have to take hard code members, like for the year and the period dimensions in another column, along with the use case 1 to explain the difference between the hard-coded members and the substitution variable. So here what I'm going to explain you, like here I have taken the substitution variable for as per use case 2, we have to create one more column, and there we have to give hard-coded members. So to create one more column, we have to right click on this A and click on add column. So here I come up with the one more column. So here we have to take hard-coded number. So for the current year, I'm going to select, as I told you already, hard-coded member means directly we can give the year and period month. So I'm going to select FY22 current month, this one, and I'm going to remove this. So click on OK. Same like here we have to click on edit, and I'm going to take month of March. This we have to click on add here, and I'm going to remove this, and we have to click on OK. And then once we have provided these details, we have to save this form, and I have saved successfully this form, and like I'm going to preview the form. So you can see here, Manjusha, previously I have given only one column with the substitution variable, that is FY20 and June. And now as I have added FY22 and March, so this column has been created. So going back to the PPT, so I have done these two use cases. And this point, preview the data form by changing substitution variable of June to July. So what here they are asking, like we have to change the substitution variable June to July. So explain how dynamically we can use substitution variable while designing the forms and its purpose. And so one more scenario is just create period dimension in column next to the substitution variable member column by picking up June. So which need to explain and talk on a selection of data members of period dimension June or July for that matter on each month's change, how painful to change this hard-coded model in the designing form. So here I'm going to taking first this preview the form by changing substitution variable from June to July. As I have created a substitution variable for June month, I'm just going to change this substitution variable for the month June to July. So if we want to change from June to July, we have to just come to this substitution variable. So just come to which we have created the substitution variable. There we can change this June to July. Just click on save. So if you go to the forms again, you can see the changes here. This is under library. Go to data form, under form for sub variable. I'm just going to click on edit. So in previously we have come up with, if we preview the form, we can see here previously it was it was FY20 and one second, Manjusha. You have to click on save. And if we preview the form, so it has to change from June to July to June to July. One second, I'm going to check again. So I've changed it from June to July. Just I click on save. Record has been successfully saved. No, it is not changed. That is what it is not showing the July. So July and save. So I'm going to verify it whether it has been changed or not. Now it has been changed. So now if we go to the data forms, it will be changed. I'm going to show it to you. Under data forms, this is the one I have created. And if we click on edit button, and if we preview the form, yeah, you can see here. So from June to July, it has been changed. So like if we have so many forms and if we want to change the months, so if we use hard coded members, it is very time taken process. Why? Because we have to come to the form and we have to come to the layout tab and uh, we have to enter the details manually. It is very time taking process. That is what hard coded members selection is not at all recommended. So this is the difference between substitution variable and hard coded members. So I have completed this slide, and coming to next slide. So next, substitution variable in RTP. So how we use this substitution variable in RTP? So RTP means runtime prompt. So this runtime prompt will be occurs when we run the business rules. So to go to runtime prompt, we have to navigate. So I'll show you the navigation. So we have to go to the navigator. Under create and manage, we have to click on the rules. So in the runtime prompt also, we can create the substitution variable. I'll tell you how to create the substitution variable. And I'm going back to the presentation. So PPT. So here I come up with these questions. So first one, can we pass substitution variable as a value in the prompt? The answer is yes. So if yes, can the prompt value be limited only to the value assigned to the substitution variable? Yes, we can prompt the value to be limited. And then coming to the third one, this user requirement, how can a user select only one prompt value defaulted to the value assigned to the substitution variable? So here I come up with the example. If the consolidation to run in the month of June, which is the month passed in the substitution variable, the rest of the month should not be displayed in the selection of the prompt value. So I'm going to explain this with the navigation part. So I'm going back to the application, and I'm going back to the rules navigator calculation manager. Here, if we want to go to runtime prompt, we have to click on the variable design. This is the one. Here we can create substitution variable in runtime prompt. So if we expand this, here we have two options, global and application level, and we can create global level or application level. If we create a substitution variable in the global level, we can use the globally throughout all the application. And if we create application level, we can use the substitution variable only in the application. So I'm going to create in the global level. Here you can see I have already created two substitution variable under runtime prompt. So here I have created for the period and as well as year. So if we go to the down properties, I have given the name as RTP underscore period. This is the optional, and type I have taken member, and coming down, dimension type is period. And here, if we check this RTP, runtime prompt will be enabled, and these two boxes will be enabled. So this is about a substitution variable. And so here we'll come up with this example. How can a user select only the prompt value defaulted to the value assigned to the substitution variable? This means in this example, what they are asking, we have to, user can pass the value for only one substitution variable, that is for 1 month. Rest of months he cannot able to the enter the value. So for that we can limit the value here. Here you can see limits. So as I have created substitution variable here, the current period in the application, we can give, this is for July month, right? So this we can give here, so that user can give can enter the details for the June month only. Rest of the month he will not give, he will not be able to access. So this is about third slide, the fifth slide, sorry. So I have done with this fifth slide. Coming to sixth slide. So, and here coming to calculation manager, I have already created. And coming to sixth slide, using substitution variable in business rule. Here I come up with two questions. So first one is, can you show me how to pass a substitution variable in a business rule? So here I'm going to show you how to pass a substitution variable in a business rule. So for that, again, we have to go to the rules under create and manager. We have to go to the system view, and under if we expand EPM cloud, and then if we expand this application and expand console, under this we can expand rules. So here from FCCS underscore 10 to FCCS underscore 60. These are the system defined rules, and here we can create a custom rules. So this is the process for create business rule, custom pre-business rule. So here I have created custom rule 1 and custom rule 2. So to create a new one, we have to click on action. We have to click on new object. Here we have to give the details. So this is the process to create the new custom business rule. So as I have created already, I'm not going to make any changes. So to view this, you can right click on, you can select the custom rule 2, and you can right click on the this one and open, click on open. So here, so this is the script I have already done. So here we can use, like this we can give the script. And so how, coming back to slide, and already I have already shown you how to pass substitution variable. No, I didn't show you. So here you can see this example. You can see the script RTP underscore year and RTP underscore period, which I have already created under the variable designer. These two are the substitution variable which I have created previously in the runtime prompt. So this is the one. So I have taken here. So this like this we can pass these substitution variable here. And I'm done with first point, and coming to second. Which of the following design is recommended? Hard coding June in the business rule, using the substitution variable created for the month, and using the RTP created for the month with the substitution variable as per user requirement. So as I already told, hard coding June in the business rule is not at all recommended. Why? Because it is having repetitive task. So that is what it is not recommended. Why? Because we have to enter months every time. That is what it is not at all recommended. And these two, using substitution variable created for the month, which we have created in the application, as well as using the RTP created for the month with the substitution variable, which we have created in the runtime prompt. These two are recommended. And then you can come up with one question, Manjusha. So if both are same, then why we have like why you can come up with two questions differently. But there is a slight difference. You can see using substitution variable created for the month. So when we this use substitution variable, user can directly run the business rule. He cannot able to be prompt the values, but using this RTP, user can prompt the values. So I'll show you with the example. So going back to the application, here you can see this is the one. This is the hard-coded number, a hard-coded member, and coming to this under ampersand current period, this is the substitution variable which I have created under the application, and this is the these two are the substitution variable which I have created in the runtime prompt. So already I have deployed, validated this one, and already I have created, I have deployed in the application. To validate, we have to click on this green button, green mark, and once validate. So for your purpose, I'm going to validate again. So rule was validated with no errors. So there is no errors in my script. So once this is validated, we have to click on deploy to deploy into the this script into the application. As I have already deployed it, I'm not going to deploy it. So you can see in our application. So I have created custom rule 2. So to go to business rules, we have to click on rules under dashboard. So there is two rules under in the navigator. We don't want to confuse. Under create and manage, there is a one rule. To go to the runtime prompt, we have to click on this. To go to the business rules, we have to click on this rules under dashboards. So I'm going to click on this one. So you can see here, I have created custom rule 2 in the calculation manager. So I'm going to launch this. So you can see here. So here I have given this prompt, right? Please enter year. I have taken this substitution variable and please enter the month. So, and one more point here, I will show you the, and in previous slide. So like as the can the prompt value be limited only to the value assigned to the substitution variable? For this, this is the answer. You can see here. If I click on this, so only 1 year FY20 is going to has been shown here. Remaining years will not shown. Why? Because I have limited to the current year in the runtime prompt. That is what. So this is about business rules. So I have completed this slide and coming to next slide. So using substitution variable in Smart View. So like here I'm come up with two use cases. So can you show me how to insert a substitution variable in a report created using ad hoc analysis? Here where we have come up with one tip for ad hoc analysis. Use the same design of the data form as per use case 1 of slide 4. So they are asking us to like use the form which I have created previously. So I'm going to Smart View to show how to use this substitution variable in the Smart View. So we have to click on blank Excel and go to Smart View and click on the panel. Click on the private connections. We have to connect the Smart View. So click on this URL. Just we have to give the credentials. I'm going to give the credentials here. I'm copying and pasting here. These are our credentials. Password. So I have connected to my URL, Smart URL. Just expand this under my application, go to library, and here under data forms, which is the folder I have created. Under this is the form I have created previously, as I have shown you recently. So click on this and click on ad hoc analysis. So this has been opened here. So coming back to slide. So I have taken this. So first one, can you show me how to insert a substitution variable in a report created using ad hoc analysis? So here we are asking like how to use a substitution variable in this ad hoc analysis. So for that, I'm going to give ampersand, and this is year, right, which I have created recently in my variable, substitution variable. This is the one I have created for year, right? Car year. So just ampersand CURRYR. For the month, ampersand CURR period. So just if I click on refresh, you can see the changes here. So see FY20 and July. This has been executed. So the first point is completed, and second use case. Present the report by changing the substitution variable values from June to John for period dimension and FY20 to FY21 for the dimension. So point. With this use case, user should see the consolidated reported from June 20 to Jan 21 dynamically by changing the period and year dimensions as per above use case. So what they are asking here, we have to change this substitution variable value from June to Jan. For that, I'm going to open my application here. Here I have from July to, I'm changing Jan, and going back to the PPT, from FY20 to FY21, we have to change. Again, going back to the application, from FY20 to FY21, we have to change, and we have to click on save. So just I'm verifying whether there changes had been made or not. So changes has been made. So from July to June and 20 to 21, it has been changed. And going back to the Smart View here, what they are asking this in say whatever changes we have made in this application, these changes has to applicable in the Smart View. So for that, again, I'm giving substitution variable name, which I have created. Period. So just click on refresh here. So you can see Manjusha, FY21. From FY20 to FY21, it has been changed, and July to June it has been changed. So I have done with this slide also. So finally, so this is the summary I have given in this presentation. It is included to show the using of substitution variable in the following artifacts. I have covered data forms using the substitution variables, as well as runtime prompt, business rules, and smart view. So this is about my presentation today, Manjusha. I'm done from my end.
Okay, Suneetha, thank you.
Thank you, Manjusha.
Now you can leave the meeting, Suneetha.
Okay, Manjusha, thank you.
Okay, thank you.